All right, well, good morning. Welcome to First Friday. The Chamber of Commerce and the City of Independence are always pleased to be able to bring you this monthly event, and we're glad that you're all here. The rain finally stopped so we can all dry out, so we're excited for that. It's going to be a beautiful weekend. We have 5 great speakers lined up to speak to you about 4 wonderful topics this morning, so it's going to be a morning full of really good information that we hope you go out and share with the community. But before we get started, we want to hear from our business sponsor. Our business sponsor this morning is the organization, the group, the financial institution that paid for the good coffee from Annie Mae's and the muffins that we get to enjoy when we show up for First Friday in person, a little perk. And this morning's business sponsor is Great Plains Federal Credit Union. So would you please welcome their branch manager, Ann Matlock.
Good morning. I've been branch manager for about 5 years at Great Plains. And the goal that I had when I first came was to be more part of community events. So, and that being said, we're happy to sponsor First Friday this morning. In case you don't know what a credit union is, our philosophy is not for profit, but for service. We are a member-owned financial cooperative. Great Plains offers various types of savings and checking, CDs, IRAs. Our services include debit cards, free bill pay, online and mobile account access. One thing that we have is a Christmas Club account. And with a Christmas Club account, you deposit into the account all year long. And then when November comes, you get the interest earned and what you've deposited into a check to use for your Christmas spending. In our lending area, we have loans for autos, homes, motorcycles, personal loans, campers, boats, mowers, recreational vehicles, side-by-sides. If you look at your flyer on the table, we have a debt consolidation loan that is until July 31st. And you can borrow up to $20,000 per applicant for up to 48 months with approved credit. And that just gives you a way to pay off debts with a fixed payment and a fixed rate. One area that I feel like Great Plains is set apart is that our members share in the credit union's success. In the last 16 years, we have given back $11 million in the form of bonus dividends on deposit and rebates paid on interest on loans to our members. And these pay out at the end of the year. If anyone has any questions, this is some of my staff. If you guys want to stand up. I have Austin, Chanel, Linda, Catherine, and Peggy. And any of us would be honored to help you. Thank you.
Well, we want to thank Great Plains Federal Credit Union for being the sponsor again this morning, and thank you, Ann, for bringing your staff. And not only do they provide a great service to our community, but they are a very good sponsor and supporter of the Chamber of Commerce. They've sponsored movie nights before. I just received a phone call the other day from someone from your organization wanting to know about outreach opportunities and services that are available when they come into contact with a customer in need. They wanted to be able to be armed with information that they could not only help them with their financial needs, but their personal needs as well. So I think that speaks volumes for the level of service that you're trying to provide to those who bank with you. So thank you for that. All right, so we're going to take a few minutes and find out what's going on in the community. So this is what you need to look at the calendar this morning. And Amy and I have already decided that next month we're going to use a few extra pieces of paper. I know, it's bad, isn't it? I mean, it's small. It's great. It's not bad. And so we're going to make 2 calendars. We're going to expand the font size a little bit and create a June and a July calendar so that you don't need a magnifying glass to be able to look at it. But the reason why you need a magnifying glass or reading glasses is because in Independence we have a lot of things going on, a lot of activities, a lot of events, and a lot of information that we want to share. And it's hard to make that cut. And Amy says, what can we take out to make it fit? And it's hard. So we're going to, like I said, make a couple of pages next month so that we can include all the information that we want to include. The first thing that I want to do is make a little introduction. So Amy and I and the Chamber Board of Directors are excited to announce our newest member of the Chamber team, Elena McPherson. And you may not know this, but Lisa Kuzak recently got married and moved to Oklahoma, so we had an opening in the chamber office. And Elena and her husband are the owners and operators of what you see on the wall over there, an agritourism business. Pumpkin Patch at Pryor Creek Farms was their fall side hustle, a very successful side hustle, might I mention, and they plan to continue to offer this piece of tourism in the area. So Elena comes to us from the healthcare industry. Her husband is involved with a family farming operation, and we're excited to have her join our team. And today's Elena's first day, so welcome, Elena McPherson. So let's keep on going. I just want to, let's see here, remind everyone that Little House on the Prairie is open for the season. So it's a beautiful place to visit. This weekend's supposed to be really nice weather. It's $5 to get in, $3 for kids. It's open Monday through Sunday from 10 to 5. They have the log cabin, the schoolhouse, the post office, a gift store, miniature donkeys, miniature ponies, and lots of fun opportunities out on the prairie. So be sure and check that out if you're looking for something fun to do this weekend. If you're a biker or you're a biker wannabe, you can dust off the mountain bike and join the Eagle Rock Shredders on Tuesday night as they go out on the bike trails at Elk City State Park. They meet in the Outlet Channel parking lot around 6 o'clock, and you have to have a helmet on, and if you decide to ride after dark, you got to have a light as well. I wanted to point out a few things that make Independence unique and special, and that's the wonderful downtown that we have full of lots of good restaurants and shopping. But on top of all of the restaurants, they're providing some live music that you may or may not know about. So I thought, well, if you're looking for something fun to do this summer season, we have some outdoor seating on our sidewalks. So I thought I would point out that there's live music at Dickey's every Wednesday at 6:30. And at the brewery, you can have musical bingo on Wednesdays at 7, trivia night on Thursdays at 7, and beer yoga this Saturday at 10:45, all at the brewery. And you want to check out their new mural that's on the west side of their building. Because of the construction, it's kind of hard to get down and around there. But if you're coming from the west headed east, you can see that new mural that Robert painted on the side of their building. It looks super cool. It's great advertisement. And then you can also check out the cool mural that's going up. It's in progress at Patio 210. John Hamlin plays at Brothers Railroad Inn on Thursday nights, which is pizza night at Brothers. And then karaoke every Friday night at Turbo's Sports Bar and Grill starting at 9. And then we have some special music. Zenith, which is a band made up of talented high school students, will be performing on Friday the 13th at the Performing Arts Center. They're going to play at 7. Admission is, I think, $3. They're going to be selling some T-shirts. And so it's a great way to support our youth in our community. And you can go check them out, and then you'll be able to say, I knew them when, because they're probably going to do really cool things later on in their life. Tracy and the Time Travelers will be playing at Uncle Jack's on Friday the 20th. So mark that on your calendar. And then Tabitha will be here to do a shout out about All Wheels Night, which is coming back to downtown Independence. It was on a hiatus because of COVID, but we're rolling it back out, no pun intended. And that will be on May the 20th, and it'll be every month, I think, through the August until August. But it'll be All Wheels Night, May the 20th at 6 o'clock, and she'll share with you more information about that. Tonight is an ICC football scrimmage at 5 o'clock, free admission. So right after that, you can go to Turbo's and karaoke and have a really good night. And Vince, I heard that they're giving out free Love Independence t-shirts to the first 50. And we're changing that because it's going to be to the first 49 because I need one of those, and I'm not sure I'll get there by 5 o'clock. So can you save me? Okay, thanks. All right. And tomorrow is the opening day of Farmers Market, and it's open for the season now through October, and it will be 7:30 to 11, and it's at the 8th and Chestnut parking lot, which is right behind Annie Mae's, and it's the Independence Farmers and Makers Market. So that means that there'll be produce and baked goods and honey and coffee and eggs and all those things, as well as all of the local artisans will be bringing in jewelry and soaps and bath products and woodworking and all kinds of things like that. So it's a real eclectic mix. You won't want to miss it. And if you're interested in being a vendor, you can sign up on the Facebook page. It's Independence Farmers and Makers Market. And then I also want to remind everyone that the Chamber Pride Committee, which is all about instilling and encouraging pride and beautification in our community, has organized a cleanup walk. We're calling ourselves the Litter Getters. And we're meeting every Saturday morning at 9 o'clock at different locations. So last Saturday, we met at the Park Oval, and we walked the Oval and picked up trash. And this Saturday, we're meeting at the Park Zoo, and we'll be kind of meet around Monkey Island, and we will walk. And so here's all you need is a trash bag and your gloves. And you show up at 9 o'clock, and you only walk for 1 hour, and then we're finished up. So you can go to the farmer's market, get everything you need, get out to the park, pick up some trash. We'll be done by 10, and you can make it to beer yoga by 10:45, okay? So there's your morning activity. And then every week we meet at different locations. So the next weekend we'll be meeting in downtown Independence, and then we'll be meeting in the ballparks and cleaning up the following Saturday. And then after that, I believe we go out on South 10th Street and we clean up that little park right there by the railroad tracks. The Independence Masonic Lodge is baking cinnamon rolls. You can pick them up tomorrow if you want to call Drew at 331-9411. They're a half dozen, $10, full dozen, 20. Do the math. You can do it either way. All those proceeds are supporting the Independence Masonic Lodge, so that's a great treat for Mother's Day. So think about ordering some cinnamon rolls. And then we'll just wrap it up with FCCLA is having a fundraiser. This stands for Family, Career, and Community Leaders of America. They're going to nationals in San Diego. It's very expensive to travel right now. They're trying to raise some money. So the rain has stopped. Our cars are all dirty from that dirty water that has been coming down the last few days. So you can go get your car washed for $5. A truck or an SUV, I think, is $10. You go to the high school parking lot, and that takes place tomorrow from 9 to 3. And then mark your calendar for Friday the 27th. It's glow in the dark miniature golf night. Is that right, Scott? They'll be having miniature golf glow in the dark all through the summer months on the 4th Friday of the month. And then also, for those that are listening that might be new to the community, or if you're in the room and you're new to the community, just a reminder, you can ride the train for 50 cents, a carousel for a nickel, and play miniature golf for $2. So that's about the cheapest fun that you can find, and we're so fortunate to have a beautiful park and zoo in our community. Independence Community College graduation is tomorrow at 10, right upstairs in the Memorial Hall. So congratulations to the graduates, and especially to our Chamber Board member, General Manager of Textron Aviation, Paula Schabel, who is being recognized as our 2022 ICC Distinguished Alumna. We're super proud of her, and that's a wonderful honor for her to receive, so we're excited for that. If you need information beyond what I just shared with you, it's on our website, it's on our Facebook page. We share a WhatsApp that goes out in the Independence Daily Reporter. We have a calendar of events that's very hard to read that you have in front of you. And we do a taped community calendar Monday through Friday on 2 FM stations, My Country 102.9, KIND 94.9, sponsored by Dairy Queen. And I say that because if you have information you want me to share on the radio, there's no cost. Just give me the information. I'll shorten it up and I'll share it the best I can on the taped community calendar. And then on top of that, we do a live morning interview every Tuesday at 8:10. I drive to Coffeyville and I'm on KGGF 690, and they let me talk and talk and talk. I was on there for 35 minutes on Tuesday, but we had lots of really good information to share. So if there's information you want, again, pushed out into the community, I'm happy to share it. So just feed me that information and I will do my best to share that. So with that, I don't know if I've talked too long once again and gotten us off schedule, but it's time to start with our speakers. We have, as I said, 5 speakers speaking on 4 topics. And first up will be Josh Umholtz and Breezy Cotterill speaking to us all about this summer's new event, the 2022 BizCon. Would you please welcome Josh Umholtz?
Lisa, thank you so much. Really appreciate the opportunity. We were really excited to see that ICC is here with such a big presence because they are the title sponsor of this inaugural event, and we really appreciate your support. Our primary motivation for this event is in full support of the extremely important concept of shopping locally, keeping those tax dollars north of that border. And so to do that, we've invited businesses of all stripes across the area to assemble under one roof. Invited the public to attend at no charge, and truly witness in real time the breadth and quality of businesses that we have in this area. We're extremely blessed from that standpoint. We like to say with talent like this, there's no reason to shop anywhere else or no reason to go anywhere else. So we're going to showcase that again in real time on June 11th. Breezy is our BizCon champion. This has been a great career development opportunity for her to coordinate this program. I'm extremely proud of her efforts, and I'm going to have her come up and dig a little deeper into the details and really showcase what we're going to do, okay? Appreciate it.
Good morning. Thank you guys so much for just taking the time to be here. As Josh said, I get to talk a little more about the fun and exciting things that we have planned for BizCon this year. First, we want to thank our title sponsor, ICC. We're so thankful that they agreed to do this. Not only did they want to be our title sponsor, but we are also holding the event at ICC West location. Next up, we want to shout out our platinum sponsors. We first have Labette Health, then we have Bowery Equipment. We also have the VFW Post 1186 and Skank Insurance. Following our platinum, we have our gold. In our gold sponsors, we have Coffeyville Regional Medical Center that'll be there, Cobalt Boats, and Advena Senior Living Center out of Cherryville. Following our gold sponsors, we have our silver sponsors. We have Carla's Simple Gifts and Floral, the Treehouse of Early Learning, the Derrick, Independence Bible School and Noah's Ark Academy, Cask and Grove, Hometown Healthcare, and Advanced Physical Therapy. And then following our silver sponsors, we have our bronze. We have Great Plains Federal Credit Union, Melissa Kassler with Sensi, Bows and Britches Boutique, Hometown Creations, Neowalla, Stage Art Dance, Express Employment Professionals, Advanced Carpet Cleaning, SEK Cap, Skank Insurance again, Needed Relief Massage, Mary Kay Cosmetics with Keisha Johnson, Joy Apothecary, Class LTD, Derailed Commodity, Twin Spur Boutique, Rebel Rose Designs by Brooke, and Southeast Kansas Inc. And while you're there, learn with educational workshops all day brought to you by our sponsors. Eat and drink. We're having the Skinny Hen, S&B Barbecue and More, and Janelle's Kettle Corn. And be merry with door prizes all day, stage art dance performances, a bouncy house, face painting, a nitro car, and area first responders with their cool rides, and so much more. We are going to have an event survival guide coming soon. It'll be through the Independence Daily Reporter, available at BizCon, and we're so excited to get that out. You can also follow us on Facebook on our event page as well as our BizCon page. And so we just want to invite you guys all to come out June 11th at 8 a.m., stay all day till 4, get you some good door prizes, and just really have a good time. Thank you.
Well, we're excited about that. It's going to be a good summer fun event, and we appreciate the college's support of the reporter's inaugural, as you said, event, and encourage everyone to come out and be made more aware of all of the great businesses that we have in our little corner of the state. So, absolutely. So, actually, Independence Community College is involved with every single one of our speakers this morning. Go, Vince. That's right. That's right. So, so next up, we have Lauren Osborne, who is going to be speaking to us about veterans services. And the college also has a veterans program on the campus of Independence Community College, but we're super excited to have Lauren as part of our community and a part of the veterans services being offered at 4 County Mental Health. And all that he does, he put on an amazing green zone training just Wednesday. And I would like to also point out that the American Legion Auxiliary Unit Unit 139 is celebrating their 100th year anniversary, and that's coming up on the 14th, which is next Saturday. And next Thursday, the mayor will be reading a poppy proclamation on behalf of the American Legion Auxiliary. And then if you're interested in donating to the Flag Fund, that those are the monies that are being used to hang all of the flags around town. You can donate to CFFI. We've received more than $7,500 in money to be able to fly those flags in our community. And I say those things before Lauren comes up because the Green Zone training that you put on was phenomenal, and it was really nice to see a room full of people that were very interested in learning about veterans and the transition into civilian life and all of the great things that he does. But on top of that, it always makes me proud when I go around the community and I see the constant support of our veterans in Independence, Kansas. So with that, would you please welcome retired veteran Lauren Osborne.
Good morning. I don't know if that mouthful really justifies everything I'm going to do. That kind of blew me up pretty big. I'm really happy to be here, and I'm really happy to be in Independence, especially because of the robust veteran programs and services you already had available. It makes fertile ground for growing a program that can wrap around and complete the mission that both the VA and veteran service organizations has of diminishing suicide and reducing isolation. Developing a veteran perspective is kind of the point of my program. I work directly with veterans in order to increase community engagement with them, to help them better access VA resources, to help them better access community health resources, and to wrap them back into the community in a way that they can be reutilized and enjoy employment and safety just like the rest of us do, and benefit us with their experience and their attention to detail, their rapid learning scale, and their capability to really invest and motivate in projects. So, eligibility, it's really simple. Just about everybody that served in uniform is eligible to come and see me. I can't guarantee I can get them help with VA services depending upon their type of discharge, but for the most part, we've had a great amount of success getting reviews of those and also connecting veterans with area resources that supplant the VA resources when eligibility is in question. Any specific information requirements can be handled by our eligibility specialists that sit at the counters of our fine institution out there at 4 County Mental Health. And Mr. Denny and I have worked very tirelessly, that's our deputy director, have worked tirelessly in trying to find a way to define that eligibility paradigm so that it simplifies it and doesn't make it more of a burden. Some of the ways we can support our military population are pretty simple. I mean, we do a lot of them already. Veterans Day and Memorial Day are big events around here, as you can see by all the red, white, and blue that lands out there and across all of our stores in May and in November. And we already have large parades, we have huge community engagement, but there's some other things too. I know that ICC and some of the other schools host veteran sporting events. And I know that there are other events that are around, and you can meet veterans just about every day. You'd be shocked at the number we have down here. Per capita, we actually exceed Johnson County. So, because rural America is the heart of where your veterans come from. And while we have a pretty good population center here, we're still buried right in the middle of rural America. So, a recent study showed that out of a cohort of completed suicides in the veteran community, 14 of 20 had experienced no significant contact with VA or a strong community behavioral health backbone. Another study showed that completed veteran suicides had increased by 1.3% for those with contact to community and behavioral health supports and a community that wrapped services and people around them, while in communities that lacked that, 11.8% increase was noted. That's a huge difference. So, to have a program that is able to highlight and improve services not only for veterans, but from veterans. Because speaking as one that took 9 months to get employed after my honorable retirement from the military, people don't understand the value that we can bring back and that we're wanting to bring back. Reinvestment is something that can revitalize a veteran and make them part of a community instead of part of a problem. So to that effect, we held with partnership of Dr. Alan Parsons and the sponsorship of ICC and Coffeyville Regional Medical Center, a Green Zone training on Wednesday, which is a community re-engagement training. The people who completed, we had 32 who actually completed, 38 attendees. A little underwhelming, but we think it's going to pick up the next time. We completed these trainings and they received a certificate to hang on their wall and a badge. This really simple badge is a window cling. It sticks in the front window. And just like your American Red Cross, just like your silver pet safe decals, just like your kid safe signs that you see in front of grocery stores or fuel stops, it's a symbol that people can walk up and instantly recognize. Means veterans are safe to share here, and these people are invested in getting you to a place where you can get help with what you need. So for the community to involve themselves and invest themselves in that amount just illustrates that this is the perfect place for our program. Mr. Greg Hennon back here in the center deserves a big hand because when I was cut loose from the American Legion because of grant difficulties, we had been communicating about the needs down in this area, and he saw a potential in me to make something happen down here. And out of a bunch of people who turned their backs on the possibility of this program, Mr. Greg Hennon picked up that gauntlet and he ran with it. So at a lot of your hospitals, clinics, some of the other places around, you'll see these brochures. You'll also see some business cards. These things tell a lot about what my program does, and it also gives you a graphic representation you can hand to a veteran if you see one in need, that you can take that and call, make an appointment. There are phone numbers on the back for all of our branches, and they can come see me. And don't ever let anyone think that walking in they don't have eligibility. Let me determine that. That's my job. So for the Service Member and Veteran Family Program, just a couple of quick things. A lot of veterans would like you to know we're not all alike. Every one of us went through a different experience, even the ones who went through the same FOB, the same COP, the same war. Non-traditional experiences are common to veterans, even though they're non-traditional to everyone else. And sometimes people may have to stop and take a breather when they've been through some of the things that I've been through and that other veterans have been through. Those are important things to remember. That doesn't mean we're less effective, and definitely we're a lot more task-oriented than you would expect. So I thank you for the opportunity to share this program. There are informational flyers and cards over on the table to the north side there. And on behalf of the Service Member and Veteran Family Program, thank you.
Trip, my shoe fell off. Lauren, thank you very much. And again, thank you for your investment of time, your preparation, everything that you and Alan worked on to bring the Green Zone training to Independence. And thank you, Greg, for your support and for County Mental Health Center's support. And we thank you for your service, Lauren. We appreciate you. Independence is a community that definitely cares about its people. And when we see a need, we always rise to the occasion. There's a table right over here full of local ministers and pastors that are here because they love our community and they want to educate themselves about the needs of our community and make their outreach. And we appreciate you all being here and investing in our community. You're a vital part of Independence, and so we're glad to have you. We also have our next speaker who is representing a need that Independence Community College found that was a need that needed to be taken care of, and that is the needs of students who come on the campus and don't have the means to be able to take care of the smallest of needs. But we as community members definitely want to rally and support. And so they've put together what Megan Moore will be talking about. And it's an opportunity for all of us as community members to be able to support ICC students in a way that I know you will feel your heart will be warmed when you find out the needs that those students have and how we might be able to help. So would you please welcome my good friend, Megan Moore.
Good morning. Thank you so much for the opportunity to speak about this. And before I start, I would like to say, Lauren, really, thank you so much for the Green Zone training. You and Alan did a wonderful job with that. I was able to attend, and just another population that it's a privilege to be able to learn more about interacting and being a support for. So that's such an important thing. And as part of that and part of our community, being able to support our college students is really important. And that's something that when I started at ISCC in 2017, after almost 13 years at Fort County, really set a great base for knowing the wonderful resources that exist in our community, knowing the wonderful volunteerism that lives here, and the support that comes from that. So my name is Megan Moore, and I currently am the coordinator of student life at Independence Community College, and along with that comes the managerial position of heading up our Pirate Pantry. So I'm here to talk a little bit about that, talk about our students, and the unique things that they tend to face and things that I've heard and seen. Just being able to interact with them, being in the pantry, provides me the opportunity to be face-to-face with a number of our students. And it's a really rewarding and wonderful place to be. I feel privileged to get to be talking with them and providing for them. So let's begin. I found the right button. All right, so what is the Pirate Pantry? So you may be wondering why ICC started a Pirate Pantry. So it was essentially born in 2017 as a passion project. We had a staff member, Brittany Thornton, that really headed that up. She has been in this community for a long time and headed up just being with students face to face a lot of the time, and was able to hear directly from them some of the things that they were dealing with and barriers that if they were overcome, they would really be able to skyrocket to success. So this is something that was created by her and with many of her cohorts to ease some of the stress on our students, things that we could alleviate that would then help them move forward more successfully in their education. So we serve a diverse population of students on campus, which is part of what makes us unique. Even though we work with students that vary greatly in age and financial status and their choice of study, and who hail from a variety of locations, including some that are outside of the country. I'm not sure that everyone knows that. We have students that are international. We find that when a student knows where to go for resources, they recognize that they are being cared for as a whole student and that they are more than just their academic performance. For some students, the pantry has been able to help them due to lack of funding or time or transportation. Others come to the pantry as a place to find out information about what's happening on campus, to reach out and connect with medical or mental health resources, and sometimes even just to talk and decompress. And that's a really important piece for our students on campus. So why is our Pirate Pantry important? These are some of the categories of things that we provide in our pantry, things that are available to our students, things that they've asked for even, that are significant for them. The first one on there is access to food. Even on campus, and mind you, we have students that are traditional and non-traditional that transport themselves. Some of them do live on campus, and yeah, they have a meal plan, and that's a wonderful resource for them when they live in the dorms. We also have very busy students, and we also have students that some of them arrive college ready and ready to go, and some of those students are learning. And I don't know that that's always something that is taken into consideration. They're learning how to time manage. Some of them are learning how to study for the first time or take tests. And that can be really daunting. And most of them, a lot of our students, are awarded scholarship, which means that they have responsibilities to keep that scholarship going and to participate in their activities. So some of those things can happen. They might miss an opportunity at the CAF to go and get something. So we get a lot of students that come in that are going, hey, I missed CAF hours, I need to pick up something real quick. Some of those students come in and go, you know, I know I'm gonna have a really busy day and I'm not gonna get a chance to eat until I get back to my dorm late tonight. And if they don't have those things available in their dorm space, what do? They can look for maybe a vending machine or something, but having this available allows those students to not have to try and study or go to sleep hungry. That's a really simple and difficult thing to be thinking about. We don't always consider that. Students really do have food insecurity. And with the student population we have, we do sometimes have students that come here that don't have transportation. Sometimes we have students that do have transportation but don't have the funds. And sometimes we have students that don't have transportation or don't have the funds. And simple things like a roll of toilet paper or a roll of paper towels, a toothbrush, toothpaste. We have students that arrive on a Greyhound bus at times, and that's how they're getting to and from their home that could be states away. So having food access available is so very important. And some of the students just come in and they'll pick up snacks for their day, and they'll interact with me. Sometimes this provides a place for them to come to get access to their personal care and other helpful items. So if we get donations, those go on a shelf, and I don't count that as anything that they're picking up for the day. Typically, our students can come in, they can sign in once a day. They can take 3 items from a couple of shelves that are designated of things that go very quickly, but there are a variety of items that they can just have. And they can have them without having to count it as an item. And I tell the students that a lot. I'm like, that doesn't count as an item. You can take it. Sometimes we have students that come in that their dorm spaces, maybe they flew in and they didn't bring a pillow or a set of sheets. We have students that, sure, they show up and they might have mom and dad helping them move in. Sometimes we have students that show up with a duffel bag and a toothbrush. and trying to make a home in a new place where you don't have a support system and you don't know anybody, but maybe the coach or the folks that you were recruited with can be really hard. And trying to learn new life skills and build can be difficult. And we forget, I think, that these students they're young. A lot of them are young and they're learning. And not only that, with our non-traditional students, we live in one of the poorest pockets of Kansas. And I don't know that that's something that's considered necessarily either. At our West Campus, we have a small pantry for students that are there all day. They're working on hours for what they're studying, and if they don't get to leave for lunch, what do? So if we have something readily available, they can make, even if it's a cup of ramen or macaroni and cheese or a fruit cup or something that they can get at a quick grab, that means a lot. That means that they're not skipping lunch or trying to study through the day and be hungry. And not only that, sometimes we have students that if they don't have transportation, how are you going to get your school supplies? So something as simple as a pencil. I have a pencil sharpener that's electric that sits on my desk. If I have a kid that comes in and they need to sharpen their pencil, that's available. Just simple things like that mean a lot. And not only those items are important, but access to resources. Our community is rich with resources for not only our local folks, but that our students from out of the area can access. As an example, a student came in and spoke to me and said, I have ADHD. I used to be on medicine when I was a kid. I'm really struggling. I think I need to get back on something. And after talking with this student, discovered he had no insurance. He couldn't even tell me an emergency contact. And we were able to connect him with the community health center out at the 4-county main office, and he was able to be seen. And not only was he able to receive help for the ADHD, he was also diagnosed with bipolar and was unaware. So that is an additional need that was being addressed that may have taken years to have been discovered for this student. And he's continuing to go, and it's making a difference for him. We have a student also that through connections here in town, our transportation, the college was able to pay for punch cards for this student to be able to get to and from campus. And this is a student that's wheelchair bound, and it was a burden and difficult for their family to transport them to and from campus every day. But it was important for this student's education that they be there. So through that resource and that connection, that student can attend. That student is on campus when they need to be there. And that's a local connection that made all the difference. So items that are in the pantry, we have a variety of different things. We do have a lot of shelf-steady foods with, especially our main campus pantry. We have a lot of students that reside in the dorms. And a lot of those students, there may be a group kitchen, but a lot of times they're eating in their room or in their friend's room. They have access to maybe a microwave. They might be rinsing a dish in a sink in their bathroom. So those are things that we don't always consider. The ability for them to cook items sometimes can be challenging. So with a traditional pantry, there are things that we would, see in that pantry for our students. Some of them also are going, I don't know what to do with that ingredient. What do I do? And I can offer some guidance on those things, but items that are shelf steady look familiar a lot of the time. It's something that they can easily make. We provide paper products for them as well. Things like that. So that they're washing repeatedly. Be have everything familiar to them. It's easy for available. Refrigerator. So cereal that we've got, they and cheese, and we into a lot of things. Butter and jelly, back to their space. And it's there. Things like that. We have a lot program that come in that might have forgotten muscle rub or those are things like Tylenol or and they need those school supplies as well. Of that maybe advances. So okay, I need. So when those items are out, I need that. Living that gives them comfort. That makes a big difference. Pirate Pantry. So we're averaging about 100 students in a lot of and stop where it is picking up those students. Many of them are very, very. I don't know how I would have got through. Say, you know, this something that they may have had to do at Pantry. We have items. Information is available. An example of something via phone, pretty much all. Want to bring some things to donate, helpful for them. We will happily work. Things to be gifts. Check are in town and like that, or even I know I'll back so that if you are working on some that could mean and that community any of those things as they come. And I can reach out to you. So we'll have a Google form what maybe items were or high needs or to drop in line. On the pantry door. It's posted, but typically yes. And I have that phone number. You're welcome to call. And to support our for being open heart.
Need that is being that everybody wrote down. And you can reach out to the. I was sitting there writing a Friday when it gets glove drive or so. I know we'll. Our next community kinda has a definite is here to this month. He's here as the new director.
First, my two recognize them. Corey Hugo and the give them a round of applause. I acknowledge them, all right? It's good to be independence. Good to be back in the IC morning with you. And I will be available morning if you don't have any address or in our address that wants to this morning if you need some afterwards. I also wanted to keep in touch some of our Facebook. In a couple weeks, we're okay, and I'll 3 jobs. Support the college, the community. Is staying sure and share. Okay. I first got the mid-March. I'm downtown. Community office. Like I said, in the foundation a week, I'm downtown. It's community college. Administrative. It's right in the middle from the gym. Come see. There's a lot of good things. How he's doing a great centennial year. More than welcome here with me. Call that can just set connecting with people on the job around town, the call way, and I think that's a some of the things we got started since I've been glad we do this. 4 to 6 weeks. Memo will have a centennial memo here might have, if you're not on, I'd love to grow this alumni booster interested in the college. We need to grow it. The best way I could we're just setting user friendly. Simple as that, but it ahead. It's just a see each other every. We don't get to see. We've got, and I'm glad that we're for the call, and you can just talk about it. You have to show people. Really excited about the event we have. I wanted to get this in the 24th. Okay. Part of it over the years. Yes, I think I used to be the head foot. All right. July is when we'll registration will be. I've heard a lot about are running at the day for our college. Will be out there. Once it's finished. In our community, one about it because I've. It's another good thing. Okay, now let's. So, 1820. So, people in here feel college has been around. Obviously, 2020 great time to be a and to be proud of 100 years. Community college, a business, and we're coming up. We're not trying just to pour into our. That logo look. Also coming up, 7th anniversary. 5 years for our year at the college. Came back to independent. The foundation in supporting the endowments. That's my job, right? Within the foundation, into our second by being present, have to work to being available because it's. I think people great. Everyone involved. It's everyone. To this next slide. Friday. Putting a full ride. All right. Besides that, you have $1 million, right? Not a lot of students, too many in a community with that is share with you another here a couple years. All right. All right. He went to first. People in the community, just like you, okay, it's a great. I was still coaching. Came out to practice. I'm like, you can't get time. And I said, I can't get him. They're like, remember about Jermaine? Fast forward, that's him when on national draft. That's another young to an Ivy League. You talk vision. There's great college. Young people here because they need a sounding. There's all kinds of, right? When he decided, you might like that's pretty. There's not too many schools that are represented on for a couple weeks ago. A kid. What we do, he's representing. Okay, so student going to the applause in case there were. Now, okay, he's getting ready. He remembers us. Okay? We all, and it everyone realize her cheer when she cheered. Jody told me. So listen, every college, okay? Here we have When I enter, Dr. Contacts now. Text, phone call. Go Pirates. Okay. Finish it out like Bulldogs and Pirates. And go Pirates.
Bryce. Hands and excited about that. Now it's time. Um, at this time, and the podium. Do that, Becky. The City of Independence. I want to thank the union and for the attendance of First Friday to your support. Appreciate Great Plains. A shout out.
Specialist there. 2022. Graduates receive a 200 hours and they get that. 7 years in independence. We just 27th person through. So send people in and all kinds of things go.
Next is Kansas from Texas.
Hi, I wanted to, first of all, if you haven't heard at all, it can receive in our library. June 3rd. Hope to see all of you there in the month of Go tournament, cool juggling comp to leadership independence. Of you interested, if you need more, we have.
This is referring to, so those that are not here. All right.
Gate.
Mhm.
Trapped on a desert island. Food with our Lions. The groups come out for love and the projects that people. We had a little bit right nearly that people either that it has turned into Arkansas National Space Station. Is a fan of on Facebook, Social Zoo, and vote for Mellow Yellow. Facebook page.
So, thanks, Scott. We did have a lot, not only in the around the community with all of doing random acts of slideshow that she'll, and then we'll be pushing word independence. So the City of Independence and the Chamber of Commerce, I want to extend our support and our gratitude to all of our small businesses. They are the heart and the soul of our business community. So we are so very, very fortunate for our small businesses. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers and mother figures. Mother's Day is Sunday, so love on some mothers this weekend. And thank you all for coming, and I hope to see you again at First Friday on Friday, June the 3rd. Have a beautiful weekend. Thanks, everybody. Thanks.